I was trying to get organized here. I did not see.
What's that?
I did not see it. I was trying to get my thing set up there.
All right, we have Dexter Fowler here. Who has the first question for Dexter?
Dexter, saw you out on the field this afternoon. How are things going after the last couple of days? And can you just sort of update where you're at with the back stuff?
It's going a lot better, obviously, first time in 5 days I got to swing the bat and see some pitches, but started to feel good. I got some good swings off, and didn't feel any tightness, so everything's good. Gonna try to play tomorrow.
Dexter, can you take us through what you felt there 5 days ago that kind of meant stepping aside?
During the inter squad, my back just felt like it was getting tight, and I went in, played the rest of the game, went home, got some treatment. Came back the next day, was feeling some ground balls, doing some stuff in the outfield, and it felt it start locking up again. So I just thought it'd be best to just come out and get it taken care of. And it's started to spasm up, and it's just a matter about getting the muscles unlocked and calling it a day.
What were some of the things you were able to do during the time of quarantine? What was kind of your focus? I know that you have a lot of stuff at your home that you can utilize either at the gym or hitting. What were
definitely worked out a lot. Started going to when everything started opening back up, was able to start hitting. Took some live BPs on the field just to against some local guys, and just tracked on the field, and it was good. It was good. Got some good work in. Was able during the quarantine. I got a wiffle ball machine, so I was able to hit some wiffle balls in my yard.
Who did you face in live BP?
Today?
Who did you face in live BP?
Oh, I saw Shreve. I saw who's the dude with the Mets, righty, Seawald. Some minor league guys. So it was good.
Dex, do you feel like that's something along with the next week or so before the season starts, you'll get your swing timing in a good spot where you're confident it'll be ready to go on the first game?
Yeah, it was actually before my back started tightening up. I started to see the ball better. I didn't think it's going to take that long. A good 3 or 4 days in a row of getting some good ABs, and I think I should be ready. It's it's not like the other spring training. At least I've seen some pitches, and I've kept it going a little bit. So.
Dex, back to the wiffle balls. Were your daughters throwing those, or who was throwing those to you, and what's that allow you to do?
No, I just had I bought a machine, and and just it threw in Vegas it was kind of windy, so the ball was moving everywhere. It was throwing the golf ball wiffle balls. So, it was good for my hand-eye coordination. And then, once you see pitches, the ball looks like it's huge. So then it's about timing and the arm and all that jazz.
Also, it's only 9 days till opening day. With seeing how these protocols are working and everything, are you starting to feel pretty confident that maybe we're going to be able to pull this thing off and play these games?
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I think everybody wants to get back to playing baseball. It's been, you're sitting at home, love being at home with the family, but, I felt like it's time to get back to work. I think everybody's ready to go. It got a little frustrating, at times because obviously we wanted to play, but, other things, a lot of other variables, and I'm glad we got those settled.
That wiffle ball machine, is that the thing that you use like with almost like a broomstick? Is that what you're hitting with?
Yeah, but I was using my bat. And it literally throws I was throwing at 28 feet, and it was throwing 104 miles an hour. So, and it was moving everywhere. So
28 feet?
Yeah, at 28 feet. Yeah. So, it gives you a chance to at least get your eyes and your hand-eye coordination to stay sharp.
Dex, have you thought much about what the game is going to sound like in an empty stadium in terms of communicating with outfielders, with the dugout, with an umpire if necessary? What variable does that bring to what baseball looks like now for you?
Yeah, it's like that. I feel like it's going to be like some minor league baseball games. Some teams don't not a lot of teams sell out every game, so it's kind of quiet at minor league games, but I feel like it's going to be like that, but at the same time, the competition's there, and I believe when we lock in, we'll be ready to go.
Dex, how odd is this 60-game season going to be in the sense that like some guys warm into a season, find their rhythm, and then take off? Doesn't seem like there's much margin for that. You got to start hot, or the season might be over.
Yeah, it's like an extended playoff. You just gotta go out guns blazing. When you're ready, you're ready. There's no, I guess there's no break in time. It's from the first pitch on. It's you got a 60-game sprint. They say baseball's a marathon, not this year.
How do you have to change, or do you have to change your approach at all for that?
I don't think so. Just go out and like I said, from the start. Your adrenaline has to be at its all-time high for 60 games, but I believe guys can lock in for 60, knowing it's not 162.
Hey, can you talk about how much dugout chatter has changed in your career? Is there more or less of it these days? And how, with no crowd noise, is that an issue in terms of hearing everything that guys are yelling out there, or what do you think that'll be like?
Yeah, it's gonna be a little different, especially like infielders, the catcher talking to whatever, the fielders, you can hear everything. And I kind of had when I played down in Chicago, when they were doing the in 15 they were doing the whole the outfield. So they did the stands. There's nobody in the back stands, which was kind of weird having that. You get the fly balls, and I'm talking to my right fielder and my left fielder. I'm like, hey man, scoot over here a little bit, and he can hear me, which is weird. But it's definitely gonna be weird, different. But it's an adjustment we'll make, and I'm a talker in the box, so you'll probably hear me talking a lot.
Hey Dex, given the kind of grind and mileage that adds up during a regular season, like 160 games, moving from city to city, do you think this time coming in where it is in your career, that it could actually extend your career, just getting this rest, this amount of time, this odd stretch?
Yes and no. That you want to get as many games as you can, right? And you want to play. Like it got a little monotonous just working out every day and not knowing when you're going to start, right? So, you've been training hard like to try to stay in shape from what you had in spring training. And then it's like, all right, now we get to play, right? So you got to back off a little bit and then get your body adjusted to something else. So I think the consistency helps in that aspect, but at the end of the day, it's a little bit less of a wear and tear on your body, like you said.
Do you have any advice for how we should look at the hitters in this summer camp? It's not like Grapefruit League where there's, kind of feedback, whether it's in the box score or how a hard ball was hit. Just how do you get a grade on what the offense might look like in this curiosity that is summer camp?
What people don't understand is guys, they're working on things, right? So, I mean, if it's just getting time and for instance, today, like I get in there and hadn't hit in 5 days, really didn't warm up too much. So I had a meeting, so I didn't warm up. So I got in there and I punched out twice, but I'm talking to Yadi. Yadi's talking to me like, hey, you're just a tad bit late. You're a little bit early. And I'm like, okay, like how was that? Like, so we're getting feedback from each other, which is good. You're playing against each other. You get that instant feedback instead of having to go in and do it. So you make an adjustment, and went in and got loose and actually came back out and took some better ABs. So it's I think you can adapt a little bit quicker like this because guys are working on things, and obviously you can take as many at-bats as you can in a short period of time. Which that's what sometimes in spring training you get your 2 at-bats, and then 3 days later you get, or whatever, the next day you got a day off, and then you get 2 more at-bats, and you might walk one time, and then it's just like in a week you have 6 at-bats, and you get 6 at-bats in one day here.
Where'd you get the idea to get the fast pitch, the small baseball machine?
Obviously you guys know I have my own staff. We had talked about, because my PT throws to me. So obviously we didn't have a cage. I was thinking about getting, like, they have these blow up cages, and I was thinking about getting one of those and starting doing that. But we looked online and just got a wiffle. I said, let's see if we can get a wiffle ball machine that can throw short distances, and we can play in the yard like we were kids.
Hey, Dex, being a big NBA fan, you think they're going to be able to pull that off down there with 22 teams in one place? Get all those games in?
Honestly, I think it's possible. I was kind of weary about us, not being in a bubble. I thought, being in a bubble would be obviously a lot easier. You got all the resources right there. You don't really have to do anything. Obviously, it'd be a little bit more monotonous, but at the end of the day, you're there to work. You're there to work. You're there to win. So, but I think it'll work out. I'm hopeful. I'm just like I'm hopeful that it'll work out here.
Great. Any last questions for Dex?
Thanks, Dex.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.